5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's live.
This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen on your podcast platform.
Yes, guys, welcome back to the manager's office for episode 3 of our football manager experiment. Yes, Leicester City, we are in League 2. Yes, we have got rid of all the big earners. And yes, we are rebuilding this football club from the academy prospects all the way back up, hopefully to the Premier League. So there we go. But anyway, get your highs in the chat, guys. And don't forget to hype and like the video. We really appreciate that on the channel. And it's been an interesting couple of episodes so far. I nearly lost a dressing room last time out. If you want to go back and watch any of the episodes, they are on demand under the live tab. And you can go back to episode 1 where we did a lot of transfers. Not a lot, a few, just to support what is going to be the academy players. And then obviously last episode, we got into some games as well and some tactics and all the rest of it. So yeah, get your highs in the chat, and then obviously I'll comment on them in a minute and say hello myself. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do tonight. Also, if you do want to leave a comment after the episode, I will get back to them. There was a couple left after episode 2, and thank you very much, Gray. You've been keeping up with it. I really appreciate your support, bud. And Gray said that at the end of the last episode, he said, good recruitment, which is thank you very much, and like the way the boys counter. And Leicester Till I Die saying sack the manager. That nearly happened in the last episode, ironically. I did nearly lose the dressing room. Go back and check that out after this one. It was fascinating stuff. But anyway, but also Gray said something very interesting. He said Anthony Knockaert could be a bad apple. Very, very good point, my friend. So we're going to show and have a quick look at this to start the episode, because I thought that was a very good point, because Anthony Knockaert said he wasn't happy with the depth in the squad. And after that, the form dipped quite dramatically, didn't it? And after we've gone through this, I'll get to the highs in the chat. Thank you very much, everyone. But yeah, if we quickly go here to the squad dynamics, I want to check this out. As you can see, the team cohesion here is pretty good, so it's not too bad. The club atmosphere is improving and the managerial support's okay. We can see, though, Anthony Knockaert is a highly influential player alongside Harry Suter. Knockaert is currently injured. We brought him in, of course, he got injured straight away, and he's currently out for 2 to 4 weeks. As you can see here, he's got a hip injury. 10 minutes into his debut, first back at the football club, and look what happens. Unbelievable, really, isn't it? But we'll head to the squad dynamics here and go to the social groups. So I can see here, he's not an exterior member of the squad. He is in the secondary social group. So he is in there with Braybrook, the captain, and Musonda, the vice captain. So I think that's relatively okay. And in the hierarchy, he is a highly influential player. I think luckily, since I spoke to him and I said, I had an option. I could basically say to him, I'll sign some more players, or I will basically, the youth team are good enough, Anthony. And we had a chat and we said in one of the episodes, I think the youth team is good enough, Anthony. And he's bought it. And the results have luckily started to improve. So we go to the schedule here. We have lost in League One. We're already out of the Carabao Cup. There were the 2 defeats last about. We lost on penalties. 94th minute equaliser for Grimsby when I rotated the team and then lost on penalties. So no Carabao Cup for us this year. Bit of a shame. Perhaps they want me to run deeper, which put me under a bit of pressure. But we still got other trophies we can fight for, like the FA Cup. Bristol Rovers away, we also were defeated. That was where things got a little bit wobbly as well. So that wasn't good. I put an arm around the players after that, and luckily we managed to get back to winning ways against Fleetwood and Accrington, which does mean we are currently, if I go back to the squad here and to League 2 itself, I'll go to the league table. 5 games, 4 wins, 1 loss. 4 for goals we scored, 10 goals. 5 of those coming from Will Alves in attacking mid. Only conceded 2, 12 points, equal with Harrogate at the top of the league. So, got away with that one anyway as a start. But let's get to your highs before we get to the episode tonight. What we are going to be doing tonight is we're going to be getting towards some more games. We've got Bromley next. We've already played them once in the league. beat them 1-0. We've got them in the cup, in the Bristol Street Rovers trophy, as I call it, that one. So that'll be interesting. Let's get to your highs here. And also I want to add a second tactic tonight, and I'll explain to you why in a minute. Let's get to the highs. Carl Foster, we can't wait for this. Thanks very much, Carl. Good to see you, mate. Wayne's in there. Evening, Carl, and all. Brilliant. Obviously, Chris is hanging about. Sack the manager. He was calling for my head last episode. We just did an episode about sacking the manager, ironically. So obviously, go check that out at some point after this episode as well. It was a good bit of banter between me, Chris, and Wayne. Got Andreas in. Hi, Tom. Good to see you. Good to see you as well, mate. Thanks for popping along. And Wayne again. Sack the manager. Who said sack the manager? Seems to be a theme at Leicester at the moment, this, doesn't it? And who knows? I'm under a lot of pressure. I've got to get this team promoted this year. So with the transfer window closed, I've got to work with what I got, right? So if I don't get it right, I will be under a lot of pressure. Going to the tactics, this is going to be interesting, obviously, because we have seen this before, but I am, for all my moaning, playing a 4-2-3-1. Now, I have said I'm going to be like a Glasner. I'm going to play the system that best suits the players I've got. We've got no height in this team. We've got no physicality. I've got to go for pace and running ability. So I'm going for an Enzo style. This back four is literally up here on the halfway line. I think with the youthful pace in this team, we're going to be able to do that right. But I have got a slight issue, and the slight issue is the fitness. And the way I can fix the fitness problems is if I go into training. If I go down here, I'm getting a lot of risk assessments over my players. Look, 10 players that I've got a heavy match load. And this is because of the system I'm playing. Like Gray so nicely put in the comments of the last episode, I am playing a system which is very, very intense. I'm playing a system which involves a lot of running with the ball and literally using the fullbacks in particular to create width and trying to create a 5 attacking prong at the top of the pitch. It does mean, as you can see, all my first team players have got an above average injury susceptibility. There's two ways I can deal with this. I can go into training and maybe fix the training if I come into the right one, the cone, that's the one. However, I'm very much like Martin O'Neill. I'm very much like a Sam Allardyce. Andy King's my assistant manager. He can train the formation I want. He's running this. So that makes me think, unless I want to go in later in the season and give them all some days off, which I can do, I can literally switch this and I can go, right, we're going to have some days off to rest some legs, right? I don't really want to do it. And the reason why is because I don't want to mess with it. I kind of think it's working. We're seeing players develop and grow already, which is really good. So I think the secondary option is, and we'll get to this now actually, is I'm going to build a second tactic to start the episode. It's going to be a variation of this, but it's going to be one where, as you see this intensity, we're going to have a low intensity one. So you might hate me because we hate this when managers do this. I might basically park the bus. I might basically pass the ball around and do no running. So we'll quickly start this by creating a new tactic here. I've not got anything predetermined here, but let's see what technical options we got. We kind of want to park the bus and just really be slow. I basically want to kill the game. So if we're 2 or 3-0 up, I'm going to try and rest some legs. It's not going to come in like at halftime unless we're 3 or 4 up. But we did just win the last game 4-1, right? So maybe we can get into that position with this team where it's very possible. So let's choose a formation. I think I'm going to go for basically this. So I'm going to drop the attacking mid position down into a defensive mid position and basically cover that off, because Will Alves has scored 5 goals in 5. He's the one who's got a massive injury susceptibility. He's got half of my goals this year. Him and Mongo are the guys getting the goals. So I think it's very important we do this. So I think really we're going to stick defensive. We've got the inside forward and the winger positions. The players you can see selected here are the ones that are going to play in the next cup game we're about to start with, right? And there's going to be a lot of rotation for that because I've got no pressure to do well in the Bristol Rovers trophy, luckily. It's completely optional. The club is not going to judge me on it. So yeah, as time wasting whenever possible, slightly lower tempo. I'm going to go lower. I'm literally going to make it as easy as possible. And when they come on to us, we're going to counter with early crosses and see if we can nick another couple of goals. But do it all the time by saving legs. I just realized I've got to switch that off. I kept Wayne up there. Sorry, Wayne. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. I'm still getting used to this. I mean, next week, Chris is away, so I'll be doing the watch along. So be warned, there might be all sorts of technical problems, but I'll try and be as good as I can with it. So we've got the run at defense switched off here as well. I don't think I'm going to make any changes from this. I think we're just going to see how it goes. Slow the pace down again. Look, regroup. Take long kicks. I'm going to leave it. So do we want to roll it out and then cause ourselves problems? No, Joel, let's try it. Let's try and be really, really silly here. If it doesn't work, then we'll change it back, right? So there we go. We now got 2 tactics, and this one, the intensity is a lot less. If I could bring that down even further, I probably will at a point, but we'll see if that makes a difference anyway to what we're trying to do. So let's get to the first game now, guys. Anyway, we've got Chris here. Look, be like my granddaughter taking her first steps, lol. Chris, I'll try my best, mate. I think we've done all right so far, bud. Luckily, it's on ITV, the Derby game, so I ain't got to worry about, how I'm going to be watching it and things like that, right? So anyway, let's get to tonight's game, the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, Bromley, the first round. We've also got Tottenham under 21s in our group, so that'll be fascinating. And I'll take you through the team I've picked tonight. A lot of rotation. Bowser's in goal, our backup goalkeeper. Got Brandon Cover at right back. Amati and Adeji are back in. Amati's progressing quite well, actually. A little bit of progress. His pace is improving, which is what I needed to maybe be a ball-playing defender for us. So really happy to see that. And his heading, tackling and marking are getting there, as well as decisions and determination. This is what we want to see. So Bobby Amati might be getting himself promoted back to the first team soon. Adeji is going to be in alongside him. Left back, we've only got Ali fit right now, so I'm going to have to try and manage him somehow. I imagine Brandon Cover might switch here second half, and I might bring on Aluko, because Aluko's not been our starting right back so far this season, trying to, like I say, rest legs again. Going to switch it back to this one a minute. Briggs is going to be the attacking mid. We're going to try Page Stairs box to box. He's been my ball-winning midfielder. I want to give Onieni a go as well, who's in the under-23s at the moment. Good determination, good tackling. Passing's good as well. And I think the marking could be better, but I think it'd be interesting to see that determination if we could start pushing these stats up with a little bit of first-team football in these non-important games, right? And we also got this guy, Silko Thomas is going to be on the left, who's obviously kind of fallen out of being the starter for us. And we've got Lorenz Hutchinson up top, who in real life right now is doing some great things for the under-18. So I want to give him a run out. And then on the right side, Riley Carr. This guy looks like he's not very good, but he generally performs better than the game, I've noticed. So I'm going to get him in to see if he's going to progress. His physical stats are very good at this level. Richie's in. Evening all. Hi, Richie. Good to see you, mate. Getting to the first one now goes right. Bromley away. We won 1-0 last time. Let's see what we can do. I would like to maybe win this, because Leicester have never won this trophy. If we can do it from League 2, we will see. If not, we've got next year in League 1 as well, obviously, as an option as well. So it's not all hope is lost. Give Hugo Delise, who's on his bench tonight, if I'm saying that right. Hugo Delise, great name. He's on the bench tonight. A lot of academy players on the bench as well. I'm not too worried if we lose this. Like I say, I'm under no pressure. They look like they've rotated a bit as well, actually. So that's up. Saying that, Carl Jenkinson is in. Bromley are famously the team in real life who use Football Manager to do their scouting. They've got a lot of ex-Premier League players in their team. I think they also had Kolka for a year as well. He used to play for Spurs, right? So that's going to be interesting. And I've got a new rule for this. I'm never going to tell the players I expect them to win, because the times I did that's when I nearly lost the dressing room. I think the best thing to do is our young players put their arm around them, say, look, we're good enough to win this. I think that way, then I'm kind of psychologically keeping them where I need to keep them, right? So we've been on a good run. I got no reaction. So I'm going to tell the defenders, I trust you to make a difference. I trust the midfielders to make a difference. And Lorenz, go out there and get us some goals, my friend. I want some competition for the striker position, because I've had to bring in a striker on loan from Cardiff, Salesh, who's actually playing there in real life at the moment. So I think that will be interesting to see if we can get one of our own who's ready to take over that position at some point. Bromley playing the 5 at the back today. We're obviously the very unfavoured 4-2-3-1 at the moment, but suits the players we got. We have got Musonda on the bench defensively in case we get in trouble. So yeah, we've also got Swindon Town and Tottenham Hotspur under 21s in our group for this. So if we're running short on time later in the season, we might just skip through these games a bit quicker, because who really cares about this trophy? Although it would be nice to win it, wouldn't it? And of course, I did think of something, actually. If you think about Leicester City Football Club, I'm pretty sure if we win this on this, we'll be the first football club in English football to win all of the professional leagues. Because we've won League 1 in real life, we've won the Championship a few times, we've also won the Premier League. Never won League 2. Logan Briggs there, 9 minutes. Come on, the rotation looks like it might be okay. I was worried with the rotation, we might get ourselves in trouble here. You're always gambling a bit with that, aren't you? But the idea is, with the physical nature of the game we're playing, with the high press, with the running, we're going to need to have some legs. It's going to be a squad game. Got midweek games coming up as well, right? So very important for us. But that's a good start. Logan Briggs scoring. I think that's his first Leicester City professional goal. Cheers, guys. Grab yourselves a drink. Buckle up. We could be in for a bumpy ride like last episode. Corner for Bromley. Played in. Bowser has somehow punched that off the bar, as you can see there. I wish he'd grabbed that rather than punched it off the bar, but it's going to go out for a Leicester throwing. And Bromley's XG there, as you can see on the left, is creeping up. Wayne there, an early goal to us. Absolutely, mate. I must hit that goal thing, actually, that Chris has got as an option. I must get used to using those. So later on, I'll start bringing out the goal stuff. Corner to Bromley again now on the half-hour mark. I don't think I'm going to be able to use a second formation here. Oh, Bowser just picked that out of the sky, luckily. Still, look, these defenders are still quite young, so there's still going to be opportunities for Bromley to cause us problems here. But let's see if we can play out from the back now, doing the thing that Marty Cifuentes does and annoys us incredibly. And I'm intrigued to see how Page does. That was a terrible pass by Silko Thomas. But Page, I was going to play as the ball-winning midfielder majority of this season because of his tackling. However, I think he's got the pace to become a good box-to-box as well. So I want to check that out because there's a lot of competition with Golding available as well, and Braybrook and Cartwright. Some good academy players were bedding into this, right? Oh my word, I've got a graphical glitch again. That's not good, guys. Looks like it's gone away. I've noticed why it's doing that, and the graphical glitch is happening. Excuse me. I hope you haven't got epilepsy. I do apologise, any of you do. Jesus. The reason it does that now and again is because I've got a slightly smaller window to fit it in. If I make it a big window, the problem is we end up making the screen smaller on the screen, so we can't really see it. It's difficult enough to see this, actually, at times, isn't it? So hopefully it will hold on. We've just won a penalty, though. McDonald went in and brought down Carr. Who's going to be taking it? Is that Hutchinson? It's going to be Hutchinson. Will he get his first? Buries it. 2-0 Leicester. Looks like we'll go top of our group in the Bristol Rovers Trophy. I know it's not called the Bristol Rovers Trophy. It's the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. But that is such a mouthful, isn't it? Let's just call it the Bristol Rovers Trophy and expect to play them in the final. 2-0. Our XG jumped up massively there. And now I'm going to deploy that second formation in the second half. Just more to see how it plays if I need to tweak it for the league, right? I think that's going to be very important to us. As to the dressing room, I'm going to say we are winning, but don't let your performance levels drop. Keep your concentration. A couple of people will be stressed, but they'll get used to it. That's not a problem. And I'm going to go to my tactics here. Let's change it across now. And that means we can make, I think, Riley Carr 6.7. Let's get him off and get Logan Briggs on the right because he can play on the right and he scored a goal. I think Riley Carr can come off here for youngster Delisi, and I think we'll move this all around a little bit. Delisi doesn't play well there. Yeah, so we'll get Onieni in there. Central midfield Delisi, a youngster as well. I want to get Ali off because I don't want him to get injured. He's only fit left back, so I think Brandon Cover can play left back. He'll switch there. He's not very good, but he can play there. And we'll get a Luco on. I'm doing a Marty. I'm square pegging round holes here straight away. And we'll start the second half at that point. And let's see what this formation will do, guys. I mean, hopefully it will do okay. Going to be difficult. I mean, if it just kills the game, we get no highlights. That's kind of the point, right? And this will hopefully bring down that injury risk. But let's see how it plays now. Luke over throwing down, and Marty's going to play it long. The interesting thing is this is going to be a bit more of a long ball approach. The idea with this is if we get an opportunity to get an early crossing when they're coming on to us, we will do it now. So it's completely the opposite of what we're trying in the other variation of this system with Will Alves as the attacking mid. Sometimes you find actually it's not the pace. Sometimes you find you can play a slower thing, and actually because we got the technical ability, hopefully you might just better get through them. I mean, look at all the players around Hutchison there, but we're still winning the ball back in the middle with Onieni here, and Marty's going to play the long ball. He's going full Yannick Vestergaard in this game, isn't he? My word, can you see that? Full Yannick Vestergaard with a long-range pass. I mean, Hutchinson's not the tallest, so it's probably not the smartest thing. I kind of think we might want to tell them not to play long, slow it down, and just tweak that about it. Might make it a bit better. As you can see, Bromley are now pushing us right back, and there is a goal. Have I Claudio Ranieri'd this? No, it's offside. Was it offside? Yes, the first ball was. You can just see it in the top corner here. And Kabamba, luckily for us. I mean, Bowser doesn't look like he's having a good game, this one. There is an ex-Leicester goalkeeper available on a free transfer who did come up in my scout report. So if it hits the fan, I'm going to sign him. He will cost me a bit in wages. I have got some spare. So there's a little bit of backup money. Keep that in mind, Leicester City in real life, rather than spending all the budget. I've intentionally kept some money back. And also I probably will sell Harry Souttar the next window because he's going to be, financially stabilising the club for the next 2 years. But it looks like this is just about working. I still think tactically I'm going to change it just to remove the long ball effort. Because while I think it's a nice idea to try and score on the counter, it's kind of not the point. We want to nullify games, right, and keep the legs. 2-0 win. Good job, everyone. So well done. Nice and easy. Nice and easy start to the show tonight. I'm not sweating as much as usual. And Swindon beat Spurs under 21s as well, which is interesting. Not sure if I can find it on it. It's going to be right at the bottom, isn't it? Yeah, they beat them 1-0. Interesting. I'll be intrigued when we get to that Spurs game to see what youngsters they got, because we might be able to pinch some on a free transfer in the summer. Anyway, up next, we've got Crawley Town in the league, but I'm going to have a quick look at that tactic again before we go any further. Tactic. Right. So in possession, Hit early crosses. I'm going to take that off. Pass into space. No, we're going to pass it into feet. It's passing shorter, much shorter. I'm going to try the complete opposite. This is going to bite me in the bum. Anyone who's played Football Manager is probably looking at us and going, Tom, you're being crazy here, mate. But we're going to try it. We're going to try it and see what happens anyway. I just got to think about reducing this intensity down a little bit, right? And there we go. So we should also have some coaches coming in now to fill out our coaching situation. Here's one of them, Ben Dawson, who's going to join our last free coaching position at the club. He looks pretty good, doesn't he? His attacking's good, mentally he's good. Good at working with youngsters. I want that in all my coaches. Bear in mind the youth we're playing with. I mean, I think we've only got 5 players over the age of 21, which is crazy when you think about it, guys, isn't it? And his determination is good as well, and his judgment. I think he's going to be a good addition to us for the first team coaching to go alongside Sean O'Driscoll, who used to be the manager of Doncaster Rovers many, many years ago. And here comes our under-21 manager. Welcome back to Leicester City, Paul Konchesky. I fell out of him in the last episode. He didn't want to do the job. He wanted to do like the under-18s like coaching. And I was like, no, you could be the under-21s manager, mate. Once again, good at working with youngsters. Maybe not as good as the other chap, but we can always have a move around. But we needed the position filled. I've got Konchesky in doing that. And I've forgotten, who have I got doing the under-18s? It is Nick Barmby. So we got a bit of ex-Premier League, bit of ex-Leicester in there. I think they're going to run the show pretty well for me down there and keep progressing these players through. New Dutch head of recruitment as well. We're going to go for a final type system. He's 60 years old. It can't remember exactly which club he came from. It might have been FC Den Bosch. But he is going to literally, and also the great thing about him is he's got a great knowledge of players. So hopefully our next youth recruitment is going to be utterly brilliant. So there we go. Paul Konchesky's on his next training course to get his Continental Pro license. So that means Leicester already prepared for my departure. And same with Nick Barmby. So that's good news. John Rudkin's behind the scenes already getting the knife out just in case. This game's pretty realistic, right? I'm joking if anyone from the club's watching. We've always got to have a laugh about it, right? The training week in review. Brandon covers the worst training rating at 6.95. I'm not too worried about that. The average training rating's fine. If this was down at a 6.0, I'd tell him off. I think that does not mean he's got a bad attitude. I'm utterly fine with that. Wayne, you've got him, you smooth talker. Try my best, mate. Try my best. What can we say? Anyway, League Two. We're going to get past this, and we've got Crawley on the Sunday because we're going to get television deals, obviously. We're going to get all the TV matches this season. And this is what Andy King recommends a team should be. It should be French in goal, which I disagree with because we've got Grazik, who I signed, who's an ex-Arsenal Academy player, and he's looking like he's going to be the man for us, so we're going to do that. I don't think Cover will be at right back. It will probably be Barra. And I don't think actually this is going to be the middle three either. So that's going to be interesting. So we'll see. Wes Morgan's excited by Inform Leicester. Thank you very much, Wes. I hope you're enjoying your punditry work and not doing too much stuff with Nottingham Forest. You're ours now. Dawson's talking about Ali's progress. This is our left back, right? I mean, his acceleration and pace for me is what gets it. He's going to be one of the quickest ones in this league. And his crossing, right? Because when he runs down that flank and gets a cross in, and we've got 3 players waiting for it, it doesn't matter at all, though. While we're winning the second ball, we're getting in the back of the net, right? And we're going to dominate. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got players on international duty. I am going to have to probably play someone like Bowser or French. Maybe I do need to sign another goalkeeper. Let's move Harry French back to the first team a minute, because I don't want him playing for under-21s while I've got Hubert Grazik away. And he's not back for 2 more days. And that's annoying because it's not allowed me the opportunity to postpone the game because I've only got 2 players away. And the other one's Jamal Lindsay, who's not a starting player. If it was 3 or 4, it allows you to basically postpone the game, right? We're not that lucky. So we are going to be running on a secondary goalkeeper. Now, if we compare the two, this is Harry French. I need good one-on-ones. We're playing a high line. He's not good enough. His handling's good. Determination's good. But we'll compare him again here, look, to Bowser. I mean, Bowser's in the blue here, look, and I think he's probably better overall, just about in the things we need, like aerial communication, shot stopping, he edges it. Didn't have a great game last time out. The one chance he had, it did look to me like he was a little bit susceptible, but let's pick the team now anyway, guys, and let's see what we can do here. So we'll go with Bowser. We'll go for Barra at right back, who I think has been better than Aluko so far, although Aluko, to be fair to him, has done very well coming off the bench. So let's get him on the bench here. Oh, I've got Musonda out as well. He's in Zambia. Oh, I tell you what, I swear half these players make up their international duties, don't they? So we'll go defensively today for Vermouth, and now it puts me at a problem because I am limited with centre backs. I might have to bring a Marty back up, guys, as well, just until we get through this process. I think Marty's the next man up. I talked about this on the watch long the other day, how I kind of think we need to be doing a lot more of this at the football club. When you think about the people we got out of contract at the end of the season, it's very important we're blooding the youth earlier so we don't have another situation for Luco where he's chucked in the deep end and gets a red card. We need a good succession plan in place, right? And also the problem is that Marty played that last game, so his risk of injury is high. Tell you what, we're going to peg it. We're going to go for Cartwright because Cartwright can play any of these positions, right? So we'll get Henry Cartwright in as another centre-back today. He's got number 15. We'll pretend he's Harry Maguire when he was good. Ali can play because obviously we rested him, so he'll be okay. Below average injury chance. Right, central midfield. This is where it gets interesting because it's a toss-up for me between... I mean, Louis Page I want to play, right? Especially when we look at his first touch. Look at these stats and how they're improving. If we keep playing him, he is going to end up being a really good footballer for us. I'm talking he could be Premier League quality, right? Especially when everything's keeps improving. He did play all the game last time out, but he's fit enough. He's got good... I mean, the reason he's fit enough, you see from his physicals, right? His natural fitness is brilliant. He's obviously not down the pub after every game, is he? So that's really helpful. Luke Thomas. Michael Golding. Sammy Braybrook. I mean, Sammy Braybrook's going to be my ball winner. The captain as well, he's got to play. Let's get Louis Page in there. Why not? I think that's better. I think Golding's played well, though, to be fair. You know, he's declining a little bit. I think Golding's been fine. Marçal has underperformed, but he's going to be unhappy in the mix. I'm not playing him. So let's give him another opportunity because he's technically the best we got. Will Alves in the attacking mid-centre, Monger on the right. And up top, we're going to go for Salech because the rest of the guys, I've tried Apoku, I've tried Evans and King. Evans has scored a goal, which is good, but he's still not looking that brilliant so far. And I think he's more of a right-sided player for me. Right, so we go to the bench now. I need Bobby Amate. Hopefully he doesn't have to feature because he's not very fit. I think Brandon Cover again can come in. Well, actually, no, let's just get Golding. Let's not worry about Brandon Cover today because I've got a Luco as a fullback option. I think Logan Briggs, after he scored, should feature on the bench. Popov has been very good the 2 games he started, actually, so we'll get him on and we'll get Jake Evans on. Apoku's been terrible. He started 2 games. He looks like, to me, he's on the chopping block come January. So, right, Crawley away. Let's get to it. Once again, all these teams seem to be playing the same. They're playing 5 at the back formations. So this is why we've got to play the 3 coming at them, right? So let's see how this one gets on. I'm going to say we're on a good run lately, Skern and Presby. See the nerves in the team? Nervous, nervous, nervous. I trust you to make a difference. I can't tell them I expect you to win. Really, they should be beating this lot 4-0. But I can't say that because I think if I do say that, I think I'm going to lose the dressing room again. I've got to be softer with them. Once I've got more experienced players in somewhere down the line, we'll change the formation and we'll do the rest of it. But it's interesting how the international duty has caught me in my trousers down a little bit. So hopefully Braybrook can have a good performance today at centre-back, right? Crawley down in 13th. Here they come in our lovely blue kit, which is always a good thing to see as well, isn't it, guys? Don't forget to hype and like the video. Really appreciate you. We've got a few of you in tonight. If you want to chat football, feel free to chat in there. We'll all talk about it, right? Very much a chilled vibe tonight. Otherwise, I'll just be chatting rubbish about, or God knows what, I'm making bad jokes all night. Looks like early doors. Crawley are getting a better XG here. But the first highlight is going to be in our favour. Barra's going to throw it into Vermouth. Plays it up to Bray, but oh no, this is going to be a big problem for us, isn't it? Okay, it's gone. I mean, we got a goal as well, Chishmanga. If I do that, how does it look? I bet it looks terrible, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks too small, doesn't it? I'll update my graphic drivers for the next episode. I meant to do it and I didn't quite do it. Always going to be technical problems in life, isn't there? Luckily, that goal was offside. I didn't even notice that from the technical problems, but luckily it was offside. The offside trap is working. That's a good start, especially when you've got younger players, right? So that's a really good start. But so far, Crawley are dominating this, especially in the midfield. So I wonder if I should have gone for Golding perhaps in there. We will see in a minute on this one. No highlights coming up at all. Very tight game. Doesn't look like we've managed to achieve anything this half. Right, dressing room, I might have to give him a rocket. They're nervous and apprehensive again. I could be losing the dressing room for 2 episodes in a row. I'm going to say we could still win this. Keep working hard and it will come. You have the ability to make a real difference to us today. Go out there and do it. I'm not going to say shall I say disappointed? Yeah, I'm disappointed. Okay, they seem to take well to that. And I think we'll leave it at that. I won't say anything about the striker. There's times you've got to rocket them, and there's times you've got to, just put an arm around them, And I think this is the thing with younger players. You can't just, go, I'm unhappy all the time, which you can do in other opportunities, right? 60 minutes gone here, nothing's happening. I'm going to encourage them. Last highlight, might be time for a change. So Flint's going to come down, and we want to be able to counter-attack it. Anderson's been played in. Vermoot's come across, and the ball, Bowser's made a great save there to keep it 0-0. Going to be a corner now, though. Watson's going to play it in for Crawley. We're under a bit of pressure here at the back. Alves trying to win it. Williams plays it across. Marçal can get it clear. Flowers trying to bring the ball out. I really wish Salic there, or whoever that was, I think it might be Monga, had tried to win that ball there. They're now pressing hard at the pitch. Davis trying to play a long ball forward. Barra picks it up. Come on, guys. We're trying to play through a big block of players here, aren't we? And actually, it's not in our favour. I might need to consider another tactical change at some point, guys, because I do wonder if we're not going to be able to compete against certain clubs playing this way. Right, 17 minutes. I should have made a change by now. So we've got some players lacking fitness. Alves is looking like he's going to have to come off because otherwise he's going to get injured. Marçal, once again, he's not playing well, is he? Right, Popov normally scores, so let's get Popov on. Alves can come off again for Golding because Golding plays well in that position. Ali's had a bad game at left back as well. Difficult. I think the rest will leave for the minute. 2 changes. 15 minutes to go. Let's shout at them here and encourage them. Come on, boys. If we can just nick this and keep ourselves right up there. I don't need to win the league. I just need to get us promoted, right? Going to be an opportunity for Crawley now. Bowser's come out and taken that really well. Come on, guys. We've got a counter-attack on. You've got to roll it out quickly or kick it out. Here we go. Plays it long. Popov's turned his man there beautifully, and he's come inside and he gets a shot away, parried away by the goalkeeper. Flint now will clear it out under pressure from Monga. Oh, come on, boys. 5 minutes. It'll be a smash and grab, but a smash and grab will do us. Barra's going to throw it down to Monga. Monga comes inside, ball to the back post. Popov's making a difference, isn't he? Ali now picks the ball up again up to Page. Page from distance over the top of the crossbar. Ooh, indeed, Wayne. Difficult times, my friend. 3 minutes of added time might only be a point here away at Crawley. If they end up in the playoffs, it might be a good point, though. Yeah, interesting. The players are nervous. That simply put was not good enough. Now, maybe Anthony Knockout was right. We said at the start of the episode, didn't we? Maybe Anthony Knockout was right. 0-0. First draw of the season, only 1 point off the top. Barnet goes to the top of the league and away at Notts County next in what is a derby, right? When's the last time Leicester played Notts County in real life? Can anyone remember? I can't remember. Did we play them in League One or were they in League Two at that point? No, I don't think they were in League One. Were they? Did they have Sven or were they in League Two? Was it that crazy year where they had like Casper and all that? And then we ended up... No, because he went from them to Leeds and then to us, didn't he? I think they were in League Two then, maybe the conference. I think that was that time. I don't know why I'm even debating this, but I can't remember the last time we played Notts County. It's a fascinating game. I do know one thing. I think Marçal is getting himself into a position where he might be on the chopping block in a minute because every time I've played him, he's just not looked very good at all. Silko Thomas has got his first cap for Kenya under Benny McCarthy. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know he'd gone anywhere. Well, I wasn't going to pick him anyway because he had not been playing well either. But it looks like the lads are back now anyway from international duty, which is good. Let's put Harry French back in the reserves here. I'll leave Amati up here. I think he's going to feature in a minute. I think he kept a clean sheet in his game, didn't he? He's improving all the time here. So definitely a good one to look at. Right. We're going to face Notts County. I'm a bit nervous about this game after last time. I kind of want to see what formation Notts County play, because if all the teams are going to play the same against us, that's not good. Good news, the training's going well with Andy King. Look, Will Alves is the worst on a 7.05 rating. That's really good. Fitness is looking a bit better, isn't it? Silko's obviously been away. He's got above average susceptibility. Right, I want to quickly see what Notts County play. Notts County, where are they? I went straight past them, haven't I? There they are, 15th at the moment. Tactics. They apparently play 4-4-2. It'd be interesting to see if when we start this game, if they change that because we're Leicester. Are we going to get the Man City treatment, where teams might do something a little bit different and part the bus or, like you do against any big club, right? Let's pick the team. So Grazik's back. That's encouraging because I think Bowser's a little bit more leaky. We can have our usual back two of Vermouth and Masonda, which is good. Our real two main signings this summer. Vermouth, our second Brazilian. I mean, his marking's not good, but his heading and tackling are exceptional. I'll take that at this level. And Masonda's obviously a bit of a journeyman who's been the Luton Academy player like James Justin. So a bit of history there as well. I think Barrow will start again, although I am intrigued by Aluko. His stats aren't as good. Well, saying that, his physicals are getting better. Sure, let's go for Aluko. Let's give him a redemption story here after what happened in real life. Right, Bobby and Martin come on the bench. Mursad Ali. I mean, Jamal Lindsay, I've got to give a look in at some point as well, but he's just not as quick and his crossing isn't as good, right? He'll get better with the training, but I don't think it's the right time yet. Braybrook is going to be the ball winner. I'm going to go for Golding as the box-to-box today because it doesn't look to me like the Louis Page experiment worked out there particularly well last time. We were getting overwhelmed then. I wonder if it's his physicality that's going to be the problem. Golding's a bit slightly bigger. There's probably not much difference, actually, but we'll go for it. Right, Will Alves attacking mid. Munger on the right. On the left, I'm going to go for Popov because he's assisted now in the other game he played as well, and he's looked very good, so Popov can come in. Salic up top. I'm going to stick, despite this, with a couple of players that you might think I'm not going to stick with for the moment. Just give them a couple more games. They are young. I can't just, take them all out straight away. Marcel can go on the bench. See if he's better as an impact sub, perhaps. Although he's being paid a lot of money. I mean, him and Suter are 10%, are like a third of the entire wage budget for this team, which says it already. Jake Evans can be on there. And I think Logan. No, let's get a Poku. Let's have a backup attacking option just to give him an opportunity, right? Looks like Notts County are going to be 4-4-2. I think we should play well against the 4-4-2. Famous last words. They got some good players. I mean, like the striking two for them are pretty decent at this level. Matt Palmer's got experience. Kelly Roos is a good goalkeeper as well. I want to impress today. Go out there and put a good show out. I have faith in you again. I'm sticking by my principles here. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, they are 4-4-2. That's encouraging, guys. Hopefully this works in our favour. Salic could do with getting a goal here, really, because I don't think he's scored yet, has he? Did he score one, perhaps? I can't quite remember. He might have scored one. Also, guys, you guys are playing Football Manager. Let me know about your saves in the chat as well, because I always love talking about other people's saves as well. Obviously, this is on 24. It's not on 26 because I tried it on 26. And for the graphical glitch we keep getting now and again on this one, 26 is utterly buggered. Oh, chance for Notts County from the corner there. Grazic probably had it covered. Luckily over the top of the crossbar. Going to be a tight game so far. Come on, Leicester. Let's see what we can do. Another chance here on 10 minutes. Notts County to throw it in. Kuta crosses the ball towards the back post. We do have a problem with height in this team. This is why I want to play along the ground and try and keep the ball a lot more. Jatta's gone close. The problem is we can't get the ball in the first place. We can't really play we want to play, right? Grazic now plays out of Vermouth. This is where we should be pretty good. It's so ironic I'm playing like Marty with this team, isn't it? It's almost comical. Munger up to Alves, but this is more like it. Come on, get the ball across. It's deflected off Badu into his own net. Anyone got you've been framed on the line? We can maybe get 200 quid for that. What was that about? Hey, if you want to give us a goal, we'll take it. A ball into the danger zone and it's pinball. And here comes Alves, plays it across. I don't think that was a very clever ball, really. I think he should have gone higher. But it's hit Badu and gone into the back of the net under pressure from Salic. And we'll take it. It is Notts County 0, Leicester 1. Maybe we're going to have to utterly shithouse this entire league this year to get it done. But the good thing is, if we can get to January and we're still in the top sort of 4 or 5, we can then really make a decision. I've got scouts out looking for players. I want to kind of try and find maybe a new Riyad Mahrez, I must be honest. I'm looking at Marcel and going, he's not going to be good enough. Monga probably will be. I'd love to be able to bring a left-sided player, like a third division French gem who we've never heard of, who's going to cost like £2.50 in a packet of skips, even post-Brexit. I think that would be amazing, right? So, yeah, Marty could do a few of those. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're right there, Chris. You could. And somehow, ironically, that was very much a Marty performance because if you look at the XG, we're miles off it. But if we get the 3 points here, I'm going to be happy. I wonder if we're going to have to consider they're still nervous. This is the problem with having a young team, right? So I'm going to say these fans turn up for thick and thin. Remember that as you go out there today. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Doesn't seem to be working that well. I'm getting a bit worried they're not listening to me that well. Don't mention Skip. I'll try not to. We tagged in the video. It's a very good point there. That Wayne's having a laugh as well. This is the most Marty performance I've put out there so far. We've barely got out of a row now. We've had one chance on the counter, and it's been a lucky deflection. Goldie with a free kick in now. Luco's up there trying to get on the end of it. There is a counter for Notts County. It's funny, for all the talk of 4-4-2, though, if everyone else is playing 4-4-2, this is probably the best formation to counter it with because we're playing into the spaces. Oh, no, it's doing the graphical glitch again. I'm so sorry. It will go away. I'll look into this for the next episode, guys. It's terrible, that. Oh, and it's a shot there over the top. I can go 2D, but I don't know. Sideline. Played it across. We'll stick with sideline for the moment and see if that makes it better. Is this them being young, the nervousness? Yeah, I fully believe it is. I must be honest, Wayne. I've not really played around with this team. Literally, I've let the computer run simulations of it just to make sure the game wasn't going to crash. But apart from that, I couldn't really, tell you how they actually, deal with it. And I think a lot of it is the youngness. There's Will Alves. Puts it in the back of the net. I need to try and make it closer so we can see the pitch. Camera zoom. There we go. Watch this come in now. Will Alves makes it 2-0 Leicester. Into the near post. Nest clears it away. Masonda down to Alves. That's what you like. Winning the second ball. We'll take it. We'll take it. And that's in the back of the net. Right, I need to get this zoom in a minute in camera height. That seems to be worse. Is it the other way I've got to do it? I've done it the wrong way, haven't I? Cotter's picked it up now. It's deflected around. Grazik picks it up. It seems to not be glitching of this way anyway. Oh, yeah, that's better, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that's better. Right. Maybe I'm going to spend most of my time literally playing with the settings, aren't I? I can't quite work this out. Anyway, Monga's picked up on the far side. That's way too small. Popov has scored, though. We'll get the replay from up close, which will make it a little bit easier to see here. I will before the next episode, see if I can get rid of that graphical glitch. Anyway, we're going to see it on the replay now that Monga picks up the throw from Aluko. I've got to make a change as well. I've been sat here worrying about graphics. Half the squad's going to be hurt in a minute. Popov heads it into the back of the net. Let's go for our backup tactic now. Just to really annoy things. Get Will Alves off so he doesn't break his leg again, because that'll be annoying. Louis Page can go into that position. Who else is looking a little bit dodgy? How good's Popov been on the 7.10 there? Look at that. You think he's nowhere near the player Marçal, but, he's doing a great job. Aluko's on trouble there at right backs. We'll get him off. And I think I'll leave the other one just in case we get an injury problem. But 3-0 against Notts County. We started slow, as you can see, but we've turned this game right on its head, which is all you can ask for, really. Now, goal kick. Played out. Palmer picks it up here, plays it forward. It is too small, isn't it? I've got to try and make that bigger. Paul into the box from Cotter. Luckily gets it off target. How can I quickly... The camera height is that. I will go for the full zoom and let's see what happens. Right. 5 minutes to go here. Looks like we're going to hold on to a big 3-0 win. That zoom doesn't make any difference. It almost makes it worse. Cotter now at the back post, though, does pull one back from Notts County at the end here. This is the downside of changing this when you're not going to be getting out of your own box as much, right? Imagine if we throw this now 4-3. Do I manifest the worst thing possible? Grazik nearly got there, which is a shame. Cotter at the back post there, heads it past him. Time is ticking away, though. 5 minutes of added time. We'll take the 3 points. That's 4 points from the last 2 games. Happy days. And the thing is that even if they're not playing well with it right now, they can always get better, and that's the point. They can grow into it, right? If they don't, then I'm Marty Cifuentes. But anyway, nice work, everyone. Let's try and keep the room happy with that. And puts us back up to second place. That's good. Goal difference of +10. That's encouraging. Harrogate have got a goal difference +12. They were top of the league. They've now started to drop off. So that's encouraging. It means we could get ourselves into first place in a minute, which is very good. And up next, we're going to be home against Swindon. I'm going to clear the team selection again. Just give them a rest a minute here. Don't forget to hype and like the video, guys. Unbelievable. I can't believe how we got away with that last 2 games to get 4 points. It was looking like we could have got nothing from that. We should probably check the confidence as well, actually, shouldn't we, of how everything is. Where's the dynamics one? There we go. Managerial support's going up. That's okay. Core atmosphere is very good, and the team cohesion's pretty good. I don't think the club's in a state of disarray. Happiness? Yeah, look, everyone's very happy. I mean, we're coming off a win, obviously. Maybe the first team squad's a little bit big, but I think it's okay. I think I'm not losing the dressing room yet. We'll see what happens when Anthony Knockout's back knocking around, really. But there we go. It's a fascinating experiment, this. I think it shows you what would happen in real life if we just played all the youngsters as well, right? Because if we did, would this sort of thing happen? You know, because they're only like 16, 17, 18, some of these lads, you know. I mean, that's not very old at all, is it? You know, especially when you think they're playing like high-level football. Oh, we've got an injury to Michael Golding. He's out for 6 weeks. Sprained knee ligaments. It's going to happen. It's football. I'm not going to talk to him because then I'll probably say you'll be back in the first team when you get back, which I can't guarantee. He's got people to talk to in the medical department. Harry Suter's been sat there for 2 years, so we can talk to Harry Suter for a bit. Maybe you can talk to him about where the best pubs are in the city. I don't know. I'm only joking. I don't know Harry Suter. I don't know if that's the case at all. Right, keep going forward here. I've got some more scout reports I could go through, but we're not even up to October yet, so we might as well keep on cracking on. 2 days away from Swindon Town at home. Be a pretty big game for that. Is Holloway in charge of them as well? I think he is, isn't he? So, Legends, where's the manager on this? Because it's a different thing. I can't quite remember. Staff. Oh, Ian Holloway's manager. Holloway's back at the King Power. Did Holloway ever come back to the King Power after we got relegated with him? Because anyone remember? Did he Blackpool perhaps? He must have been in charge of Blackpool at one point. I think he was, wasn't he? I think he was in charge of Blackpool once. But there we go. Right, fitness. Only Anthony Knockout. He's still recovering. He's failed his fitness test. How long is Anthony Knockout going to be out for now? Oh, he's getting close, guys. 6 days. We could have Knockout back for some minutes next week. So that'll be interesting. So Grazik is going to be in goal today. He's still the guy for the job. Right. Aluko's playing better, right? So we're going to play the players playing better. It's going to be Aluko again, Vermouth, Masonda. Left back. I want to give Lindsay a go in a minute, but I'll go for Ali again because I want to keep it a little bit stable here, right? Braybrook. Golding's out. So do I go Cartwright or Page today? I think I'll go for Page. It didn't quite work last time, but there we go. I mean, Marcel's worked himself out of the team, hasn't he? He's got the worst. I'm going to tell him off. I can't. Interaction. Speak about. Oh, it's too low on the screen. Hang on. See if I can go into him and do it. So, discuss, warm player, criticise recent form. You have to start playing to a higher standard. You want to be in the first team. I don't want to sit on the bench. I'll work a lot harder. I'm glad you understand. Thank you very much. Right, now let's start him and see what he does after that. If he doesn't improve after that, he's a possible transfer option for me. Because apparently he's worth 4.7 million. That seems unrealistic. It's his mental game that's the problem, look. He's not even anywhere near 20s in his mental. I mean, the youngsters, some of them got 16 on determination. I think he thinks he's missed a big shot already, and he's just been on loan to Leuven a couple of times, hasn't he? Or Den Haag, wherever it was. So there we go. Right, Will Alves, attacking midfield centre. Will Alves is doing it. Look, 7 appearances, 6 goals. What a rating. I mean, that goal last time could have been his, technically. It wasn't such a wicked deflection. Monga, again, I think just about keeps it on the 7.4, doesn't it? I'm looking at this green here. Up top, Salah just played badly. I'm going to talk to him as well here. Give him one last chance. Otherwise, I'm going to criticise last game. You played badly. You need to do the line more effectively. I'll do what I can to improve. Good lad. Good lad. We've got some good attitudes in these kids. As long as they listen to me, we'll be fine. Right, Brad and cover. I'm not going to do Barrow on the bench. So I'll go for cover because I've got a midfield option as well, right? Bobby Amati. Silko. I wasn't impressed with Silko so far. His stats are terrible, but they are improving, and he has got good physicals. So I'll give him a little bit more time, but I've not been impressed with Silko. His passing has been diabolical so far. Logan Briggs, Popov. And let's get Jake Evans on the bench today. I've been harsh on Jake Evans, really. Everyone wants to see it. Right, if we win this, we're Barnet playing at home to Colchester. As long as Barnet don't win and we do, then we are going to be top of the pile, guys. The sooner we get to the top of the league and start pulling the gap, the more comfortable I'll be and the less sweat will be on my forehead. Swindon Town, they've got Paul Glatzel. He's the next Liverpool youngster. Gavin Kilkenny's got league experience in the Championship many years ago now. Tom Nichols scored the winner for them against Tottenham under 21s because they're of course in our Bristol Rovers group. Connor Ripley, I think Ryan Delaney, some good players in this team, you know. Don't let our run of form come to an end, guys. Go out there and do it. I'm not going to say anything to the defenders. They all seem pretty happy. Let's speak to the midfield here and say we need to dominate the midfield, guys. Oh, hello. They're now getting used to me saying I expect you to dominate. Maybe that was a problem. Maybe they've already grown to the point where they expect to dominate. But let's get to it now. Leicester versus Swindon. Big game. Wayne, a team mainly of youngsters and interesting dynamic, Tom. 2 or 3 is a big difference. Yeah, it is. I mean, if we get to January, we find it's going to be a problem. Wayne, I'm going to have to bring in a bit more experience. You know, it's going to have to happen anyway, though, isn't it, mate? Like you say. So, and yes, he was at Blackpool. That was about Ian Holloway coming back to Leicester. Right. Let's hope the graphics hold up this time. Although I kind of want to make it look a little bit neater. I wish I could get it that close, really. I might even see if there's any other settings quickly before we get into it. I could do sideline. Should I give a TV? It probably won't make a difference. It'll probably still make it really, really, really difficult. Let's try that. Right. Let's see what the first highlight's going to look like anyway. So far, Leicester got the only XG. That's encouraging. I didn't catch what formation Swindon were playing, actually. Oh, this looks okay. It's a bit wide. Braybrook picks it up from the corner, which we got that mixture of short corners and the one into was a near post. Don't forget Monga, not good Monga. He was doing that a bit the last couple of games, wasn't he? I mean, I say he's not been learning from Mavididi too much. That was a bit Mavididi-esque, that was, wasn't it? Right, come on, guys, press them a bit better than this. The idea is we press them into a mistake. There we go. And now Luca's giving it away to Nichols, who can break up towards Glatzel. He's their danger man coming down here into Oldica. Good interception from Monga. We've all narrowed up here a bit. I don't normally play this narrow. I'll try and zoom it in a minute, guys, as well. Back to Delaney, forward towards Bowden. Swindon looking dangerous. Cross in, and there's Glatzel, the danger man I was worried about. Puts it in the back of the net for Swindon to take the lead here. Oh, zoom is this way, isn't it? There we go. That's better, isn't it? For some reason, zoom and the thingy's back to front. They're either ends of the spectrum. No one's getting confused. It's kind of like left and right, you know? Great header from Glatzel. This is the problem with the academy. We haven't got a lot of physical players in there. I haven't got a Coley anymore, have I? A Coley's probably one of the more physical players we've got at the club. I ain't got Vestergaard, obviously. That's probably for the best playing a high line. Right, Swindon now looking pretty good here. It was always going to be a battle, this. It was never going to be easy. We're catching up on the XG, which is encouraging. Come on, Leicester. I'm done like shouting at them to the second half. I like to see a bit more. Right, we've got a highlight now down the left-hand side. Marcel lays it off to Page. He plays it in. Salach, what a save from Ripley. We probably needed that to ripple into the back of the net. Corner now. Bristol Rovers take lead against Tranmere. Braybrook's going to play the short option here, I believe, to Alves, who comes in, crosses it. Ripley's come out and got that. Probably should have come back here. Remember that goal Ramsey scored against Oxford? Was it against Oxford? No, he got sent off against Oxford. The Ramsey goal he scored early in the season where literally was a short corner and you smashed it in. That's what we want to see from there, really. I mean, encouragingly, the XG is not looking too bad. I think if we can keep going with this, there's a limited highlights, but I think we will probably get better in this as this game goes on. Look, we're still dominating. Going to be another short corner now down to Alves. He's trying the same thing again. Page has been pushed over there and it's a penalty. Look, do you see the action? It's all us. It's all us, this one. We're dominating this one. This isn't us smashing and grabbing. Marcel to take it. Make yourself a hero. Puts it over the crossbar. Does he think he's in the NFL? What in the hell is that? My God. I have a word with him as well. I'm gonna have to look at my penalty takers. They must be backwards. Oh my God, we've missed a penalty. Look at the shots. 13 for Leicester, 5 on target, 3 for Swindon, 1 on target. Oh, it's so gross, man. Right. What was that? Get your act together. Come on. I get more mad. You remember me after the Wrexham game in real life in the watch long? I go bonkers when you're dominating a game and you don't win it. That's worse for me than being just shit. It really is. Right, come on, boys. Let's go out there and do it. Let's shout at them here. Demand some more. Come on. Need more than this. We shouldn't be losing this. And I think it'll be time for a change on the hour mark as well. It's all Leicester. All Leicester. You can see it in the stats here. Right, let's make a change. Tactics. Who's playing like a bag of turds? Marcel, shock horror. Wanya, mate. I mean, look, I tell you what. Sorry, he's going to be gone in Jerry. Let's get Popov on. He does really well recently. I think Braybook's in the book and looking apprehensive. Let's get him off here for Brandon Cover because he can play the defensive midfield position. Vermoot's having a bad game and that ball playing defender as well. That's not encouraging if the experience I brought in at centre-back has made the mistake there. But anyway, on the hour, 2 changes. Aluko throwing into Monga. Get the ball in. Come on. Cover's been hacked down, but it's going to be carrying on. Aluko now. Youthful exuberance. Gets fire on it. It goes past the far post. Difficult one. Unfortunately goes wide there. 20 minutes to go. Going to encourage the boys. Come on. Need a bit more here, lads. Still got another change I can make. Aluko down to Monga. Again, this right-hand side linking up. Popov there. I think Popov's going to be my starting left player now. I don't know I can trust Marcel. Salech. First goal of the season off his loan, and we're back level with 20 to go. Come on. Whew. Those sweat glands can close up for a minute now, right? Leicester 1, Swindon Town 1. Ali again coming up here. Page has played well in this one, I think. He's looked very composed. His range of passing is superb at this level. You know, and really, we've got a team here built around 1 or 2 stats, and we're trying to play those players in those positions to suit those statistics. He's onside as well by a long way. Good job. And actually, Salech is the only physical forward we got, like a header of football really well. So that's encouraging. He's got his first. Now, hopefully, there could be more. Right, encourage the team again. Let's keep going here, lads. Look at this. It's all us. Relief gaffer. I haven't got there yet, mate. We had this against Grimsby, ended up like losing on penalties, so come on. Aluko now with the throwing in. We'll ignore this. Monga plays it inside to Alves. Cover. Down to Louis Page. All the way down to Ali. We've got numbers up here. Come on, he's got to find the back of the net with 5 minutes to go. Ali across. Monga at the back post. Jeremy Monga with a header. He's about 5'10", but he is as big as a giant in that situation. 5 minutes to go. We've turned this on its head. And actually, it's something this team needed to learn. Needed to learn resilience. You got this early on. What happened? We had the resilience of the real life team. As soon as a bit of weight on us, we ended up folding. Come on, we take the lead 2-1 here. Right, let's make a last-minute change to waste some time. Right, who should we get off here? Who's looking injured? I mean, Alves I like to protect. Ali's looking a bit... Ali and Aluko, their fitness is a bit of a worry. Let's get Monga off for a round of applause after that. And let's get Jake Evans on the right-hand side, where I think he's going to be more effective long-term as well. 5 minutes of added time. Look at the mountain of XG we've had in this. We get the job done. 2-1 after being 1-0 down. And well done. The Rocket, look at the shots, 24-10. See, if you play any formation in the correct manner, eventually you can get the job done. And if you don't play centre-backs who are slow, luckily they're not. We got through it. 2-1. Well done. I'm going to say, saw a lot of good stuff, but we cannot afford to let complacency creep into our game. Yeah, I'm going to use it because I think we want to keep that standard, right? I want them to remember this. Some will be a bit confused. That's fine. And we learned one thing. Wanya Marçal is probably not going to feature much in the team going forward in January. I'll probably be selling him after how bad he's been. 8 games, 6 wins, 19 points, 1 off the top. But there's a gaggle of us up there, and we've got Tranmere at home next. So great stuff. Anyway, guys, you like what we've seen, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. 5 games unbeaten now in the league anyway. After we lost, obviously, to Bristol Rovers, beat Fleetwood, Accrington, drawn with Crawley. And then we've also got the 2-1 or 3-1 wins there. Could do with keeping a clean sheet, though. Do I do Claudio and go, we've got to keep a clean sheet, guys? We've got to do it. Tranmere at home next. I like clearing this team so I can look at it every week. That might be bad because it might not help team connectivity. I haven't really ever researched that, to be honest. All right, Tranmere are going to play this annoying system with 5 at the back as well. I'm not sure you quickly saw that. So this is going to be interesting because this is the sort of team we're going to struggle against. It does make me wonder if in the next episode we might add a third tactic. I'm not going to do it tonight. We got the 2. We got the defensive one where we're trying just to basically kill games, and I still want to lower that intensity down if I can somehow. But maybe we'll have to add another one just to fight those ones as the game saves here. Going to get through the end of September here. I wonder if I'm up for Manager of the Month. There'll be a curse involved with that as well, won't there? Of course, we went out of the Caribou Cup, and ironically, Derby we would have got in the second round, which would have been an amazing game to have had by now. Right, back to the injury department. James Haycock, head physio. Harry Souttar's out for 3 to 6 weeks. He's been out for 11 months. Michael Golding, 2 to 5 weeks. Anthony Knockaert, nearly back, 3 days. So actually, that is going to make things interesting because I think then Marcel can drop out. Knockaert can come in on the right, and we will switch Monga to the left. He plays just as well inverted. Vermout's out for 2 days after a bruised shin in training. Seems legit. Right, any other news? Got some scouting updates. Don't need to worry too much at this moment because we're nowhere near January. Obviously, I can still register free transfers if I want, but we'll see. Logan Briggs is the next one down with Paul groin, 3 to 5 days. As long as it's short term, it's not too much of a problem, right? It's not a problem. I mean, the really cool thing as well is we have got, numbers. I mean, basically, we got numbers, like 30 players we can pick from. Some of them might be good. We got numbers. Stevie Bowser's out for 2 days as well. That will rule him out from the Tranmere game. Anthony Knockout's been bad in training. Let's tell him off. I'm very disappointed. I understand. Thank you, Tony. So he's come around. I mean, he was a bit funny with me earlier when he came in and said, I'm not sure we got the squad quality here. And it's like, well, what do you know, mate? I mean, you've seen Aluko play? I mean, he's great getting a red card. I'm joking. Bit fresh, that one, isn't it? Be joking about that. But he's got the fight and bite in his game, hasn't he? On the fitness front, looks like we have got Anthony Knockout back fit. Now, recommend only 45 minutes of action, though. I think rather than risk breaking him again, because we broke him 10 minutes into his Leicester return, obviously, I think we won't start him today. But I am going to need to play the goalkeeper. So French is going to go on the bench to give Bowser a little rest from this injury. Our number one under 21s goalkeeper. Grazic, I still think, is going to be our number one going forward. His one-on-ones are improving, as is his aerial reach. He's not conceding a lot. I don't think he's had to do a lot either, which is more important, right? You want your goalkeepers to be good when called upon. Aluko can keep the right back. He's not as good statistically as Barra, but I think we'll keep him here. He's doing very well. Vermouth, I'm going to tell Vermouth he's got to play better, actually. Get on him, because he had a couple of bad games there. It's criticised last game. You're not good enough defensively. I know that performance wasn't what's expected of me. He was a 6.4. We want to keep him around 7.0, right? Great having this talk with you. Good. I'm building a good rapport with these players. It started off looking like they were looking at me like a cat that started talking to them out of nowhere, but we seem to be getting somewhere now, which is good. Mercer Ali will keep the left back. Braybook, I think, is going to be the guy to, look, Braybook. I mean, his stats aren't really good at tackling or marking, but he's just, I think he's a bit of a tank, isn't he? He's just well-rounded. So, and he's our captain. So he's going to play in that middle, going to lead the line. Louis Page is growing into that box-to-box role slowly. His stats are amazing, really, for this level, aren't they? I mean, he's only 17. Look, thank God we got his professional contract sorted out. Just double check. Yeah, 2027. So we still got 4 years, because the game's obviously slightly incorrect on the time it started. Right, Alves keeps the attacking mid-centre position. He's been brilliant. Monga on the right. Popov on the left, because I'm not touching Marcel Bargepole anymore. Salech back up top, since he's now broke his deadlock on loan from Cardiff. Right, Brandon Cover, Cartwright, Bobby Amati to get the centre-back position covered. Knockout, see if we can come on for 45 minutes. I will put him on the bench. I know I shouldn't. Actually, no, I shouldn't. He's annoyed me. What am I doing? Apoku and Evans. Right. Let's get to it now, guys. Second place, still looking for a Barnet loss, hopefully, in a minute. Where are they today? They're away at Swindon. There we go. Hopefully Swindon can do us a favour. Holloway owes us one, doesn't he, from all those years ago? Right. Submit the team. Let's get to it. We've got Shad here. Which FM is this? It is, unfortunately, 24. I tried to have it on 25, mate. 26. The game would not have it, because I've got an updated database where Leicester are in League 2. So I've basically skinned it. I've got a nice skin to make it look a little bit different. It makes it look a little bit more like 26, doesn't it? We're hopefully going to move it across to 26 once the game is more stable. It's got so many problems. And once I can get that working, we'll have the most up-to-date game for you. But anyway, let's get to this now. Leicester versus Tranmere. Right. It's important to make most of the home advantage. I'm expecting a win today. I'm not going to speak to them individually. Let's get to it, guys. Right. We're seeing a pretty similar team now, aren't we, most weeks? I think we've worked out, obviously, the main problems, and I think we worked out who the good players are. This is that interesting one with Tranmere, because they're going to be playing that annoying formation where they've got everyone behind it. But they are down, struggling in 21st, and they've conceded quite a few goals. They've only won 1 game in 8. So you'd hope we do quite well in this one. Anyway, if you have got the new FM, guys, let me know what you think of it. A lot of people don't like the new Football Manager. I mean, I've played around with it a bit, and I'm still, it's one of those. I kind of see what they say. You need to play it for 20 hours to kind of get used to it. But then there is kind of thing we liked what we liked, right? So I'm sure I'll get there with it in a minute. But I'm actually quite happy playing 24 for this at the moment, to be honest. Anyway, Harris comes forward. Now Monga's picked the ball up there. Here comes Alves. We can run at them now like we've intended to do. Get the ball across. Mitchell's done well. If we can win those second and third balls with the press up the pitch, Monga's in behind the back. That's a great goal. What a bit of football that is. That is total football in League Two, ladies and gentlemen. And I know it's not the sort of thing you normally can play in this league, but we've got no physicality in this team. We've got to try and play with our feet and our pace right. It's the only way we're going to get out of this. Great ball over the top to Monga, into the middle, bounced around. And look, Salic again, 2 goals in 2. Brilliant stuff. The only downside is I don't think we're going to be able to sign him from Cardiff, because I think the problem we got is he's going to cost about £1 million, which I probably could spend, because we've got Man City money really with PSR, because we sold all the big players to start the thing, like FaZe, big player. Sorry, but you know what I mean, right? Anyway, here come Leicester again. Now Braybrook plays it back to Musonda, down the page here, up to Salic. Here comes Vermouth coming forward. Luca, you see we got the fullbacks pushed up in. None of this inverting nonsense. Wide, overlapping. They've got good crossing ability. Ali's the best crosser in the team. Look at that cross. Salic on the end of it, inches wide. 10 minutes here. It's all Leicester. Shad again. I only like the in possession and out of possession tactic thing. Yeah, do you know what? That is good, to be fair. That is the best thing they have done about it, and I wish they had that in this game. I've kind of done a similar thing for this save. What a free kick. And Grazic has saved that. I'm not sure if you saw the fingertips put around for a corner. But, you know, I do really like that. I've kind of done something similar, because I've got 2 tactics in this. I've got this attacking one. Oh, it's at the back post for an equaliser, as I say that. And when we're hopefully dominant in games, because we're playing quite a high press here, a lot of intensity, I'm trying to save legs a bit, because there's players like Will Alves who might get injured for trying to do what I'm doing. So I've basically got a winning possession and, you know, starting possession when we're winning possession formation. Been a long day. I did a show before this, let me off. Anyway, cross in now. Salic trying to get the end of it. It is Leicester 1, Tranmere 1. I think for the next episode, I'm going to add another formation. I'm not sure this formation against this formation is going to play out in our favour as easily as it should. I think they're getting better with it, but I think we can probably play a 2 up top formation at some point in this season as well. Here comes Harris now. This is the danger, because Tranmere will sit back, and when they get the ball up here, they have got 2 up top. Shot from Mooney, luckily over the top. I mean, the good thing about this experiment is, look at this XG. It's all of a sudden switched back to Tranmere. And this is the thing about how we're using predominantly academy players for this challenge. They haven't got the mentality yet, if they face a little bit of fire, to really, you know, fight back. They did well against Swindon, but it's still going to take time. They're still young kids. They've got to grow. Bristow now, that was poor from Braybrook. He should have taken a minute there. There was no one on him. Turnbull now to Bristow. Let's see if we can get through to half time, hopefully. Norman picks it up, plays it in. Vermouth gets it away. That's all right. That's good. I mean, we're not doing Marty there and playing ourselves into trouble like against Sheffield United, are we? Try and hoof it away. We just need to try and win the ball up here now. Make them make a mistake, lads. Come on. Ball down to Norman. Comes forward, crosses it in. That's a great ball. Luco's done well to get ahead on it. But unfortunately, Saunders is going to pick it up again. Harris has made it 2-1 Tranmere. Oh, my word. This was never going to be easy. The home fans are probably looking at me now like, what is this guy doing? I'll have a sip of my 0 Guinness after that. I always thought I'd make a funny football manager, because I probably end up on the touchline like Sarri. Remember the guy who used to manage Chelsea, who used to manage Napoli? I probably end up necking a beer and smoking about 20 cigarettes. So you can't probably do nowadays, to be honest, can you? Sam Allardyce used to do it. It was quite funny. Anyway, get to half time. Right. Looks like we might have to rocket them. I could lose a dressing room again. This is an interesting thing. Even I'm debating, how am I going to speak to this team? A more experienced team, we just rocket them here. Anyway, free kick, though, into the last minute of added time. The referee's giving us an extra one. Braybrook's laid it off. What are you doing? That has to go in. Braybrook now has got an opportunity to make up for it. Crosses it low. Oh, it's a great chance. Popov into the back of the net, and it's hit Jeremy Monga. Was it onside? Yes, they're not looking. Oof, 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 oof. I tell you what, sometimes you do things the hard way in life, don't you? That seemed a hard and long-winded way to get the equaliser. It bounced around there, didn't it? And then Popov, he shot it, but Monga, I think it hit his hands. He was doing... Either hit him in the face, but his hands are up there. 2-2. I mean, it's very even, this game, isn't it? Right, dressing room. They're nervous. I'm proud of everyone's efforts so far. They're nervous. I'm going to encourage them. Okay, that didn't work. Okay. I'm furious your defensive work. Oh, no, I've demotivated them, guys. Oh, no. I need you to step up. Oh, I'm going to be at risk of losing the episode every episode. This is going to be a fun series. It really is. Because I'm on the edge because I've got to get us promoted, otherwise I will get the sack as well. Corner the tram mid, Norman to take. We'll make a change in it. Braybrook's in the book again. In towards the near post. We are under threat from any set piece. And they've hit the post. Masonda clears it, but they're going to keep coming here. Going to be another corner now. Braybrook blocks it. This is the thing with League Two teams. They've got a lot of fight, haven't they? A lot of fight in their game. Elbows are out. Norman in towards the near post. Luckily, it goes out for a goal kick. Time for some changes here in a minute. Going to be another free kick to Tranmere. Lots of highlights in this one. Grazic read that well. It wasn't really that dangerous, though. It wasn't high. It was quite middling, wasn't it? Since we changed this, at least now we've got no graphical glitches. Touch wood. I'm just going to touch my desk. Not anything else. It's a PG show, kind of. Saunders is in now, though. Great chance. Puts it over the top. I think Grazic put him off. I think it's the most goals we conceded so far, isn't it? 2. I don't think we've conceded any more than 2 so far. 60 minutes. It'll be time for a change in a second. Just going to let this highlight go. I've got 3 players in the book as well, which I've got to be a little bit careful of. We haven't had any red cards all season. Tranmere made a change with Kenneth and Connor swapping. O'Connor's come on. Here comes Aluko now. Come on, Leicester. Oh, no, he's lost it. This is the problem for Aluko. He's got pace, but he's not good at the other stuff. O'Connor and Grazic does really well there. Really takes accountability. Is he going to roll it out? He is. Masonda. Come on, Masonda. Nice ball forward. Right, Braybrook driving into the space. This is the idea. Here comes Aluko now. Use that pace, son. Use that pace. Don't get near a player. They'll tackle you. Salic is there. Alves off the post and clears it out, and Ali's going to pick it up. Right, I've got to keep an eye on fitness as well, because I do not want to lose with Alves. Salic is looking very poor fitness, but he's actually playing well. I'm going to risk Salic, guys. I'm going to play him for the 90 here. Luca's not Vermouth again. I mean, maybe Bobby Amati needs to come in at this point. I'm going to get Brandon Cover on at right back. Let's try that. Grazic's actually having a bad game, they reckon, as well. Interesting. Will Alves, 6.2. Nervous. Right, Will Alves can come off as well. Okay, let's get Anthony Knockout on. Anthony Knockout's back, guys. He's going to play in attacking mid-centre this half. And I think we'll just go with a 2 for the minute. Anthony Knockout being back at Leicester. Unbelievable. Maybe for the next episode, I'll consider the ex-Leicester goalkeeper I could sign on a free transfer. Get your predictions in the chat on who you think that might be. He was at the club within the last 10 years. He's available on a free transfer. Right, let's shout to the team. He might want like $7,500 a week, though, in which case it won't be happening. But he's 35 years old, I believe, just to give you another clue. 5 minutes to go here. It looks like we might have to settle for a point, and I might be quite happy with it in the circumstances because Tranmere have actually played pretty well in this. Right, let's get Braybrook off because he's worrying me that he's on that yellow card for so long. Henry Cartwright can come on. It's a pretty ineffective substitution at the end here, really. One last shout. Going to be a corner to Tranmere. Oh, and towards the near post. Lucky they've missed it. 4 minutes of added time. Going to be another draw. But the unbeaten run carries on, guys. Unbelievable. 2-2. I'm embarrassed by that. Okay, they are reacting well to being told off. That is encouraging, right? Drops us down to third. 3 points off Barnet, but we have got the goal difference advantage of 1. That game against Barnet, whenever it comes, is going to be huge, right? Going to be a huge one for us. Newport County next. Obviously, this game is not going to be up to date with Christian Fuchs as their manager, which is a shame, but there we go. We've got 6 unbeaten now. Monthly finances, the finance is superb because obviously when we started this, I'd sold everyone. So Stolarczyk is gone. Goodness me, everyone. Right, let's have a look at awards. Ali is improving massively. Look at this, the left back. He is going to be brilliant. I mean, it says he's only going to be probably a League Two player, but I think those stats are better than that. If those marking and tackling go up with the crossing and that, he's going to be brilliant. Fleetwood's Ronnie Coughlin wins player of the month. Jamie Monga, 3rd player in the month. Seems legit. Warsaw's Carnu is Young Player of the Month. Jeremy Monger's second in that. And MK Don's Paul Warne. And I am third in Manager of the Month, which seems reasonable because he's won all 5 of his matches. So he's won all 5 of his matches. It seems fair that he would win it. No awards yet for me. That's fine. I'm happy to be under the radar. We're going to have to pay off a bank loan. That seems typical Leicester City, doesn't it? So we're going to be losing some money the next couple of months. The board review, B-. My job is safe and secure. Monthly supporter performance review, B-. Squad dynamic update. Managerial support is still average. It's not really growing. That's encouraging. So to answer your question there, Chris, still in your job, Tom, yes. But as you can see from the managerial support, it's kind of staying the same. They're not fully convinced on me. I've had women like that in my life. It's a hard sell sometimes, isn't it? It's the face for radio. I try my best. Very good dressing room atmosphere, though. We will take that. We'll take that. Newport County scouting report. What's their formation going to be? Yeah, see, they're playing this 5 at the back thing as well. I mean, I'm not ready to change it yet. That is something we will do for the next episode. And what games have we got left? Right, we're going to play 2 more tonight. We'll play this in the Tottenham game, the Tottenham under 21s, and then we'll come back for what will be Shrewsbury, and then we got the Barnet game next episode, which is going to be interesting because, of course, they are 3 points ahead of us at the top of the league right now, with us having a 1-goal advantage at the moment. Don't forget, guys, hit that hype and like. We're going to do the hype and like saying from now on if we can remember it. It helps the channel, obviously. And that's the main thing. And it's great to have you all here tonight. And I've said this before, feel free to get things in the chat. It's quite a relaxed atmosphere, this show. We could talk Football Manager stuff. We could talk football stuff as well a little bit. Obviously, comment on what you see. Even you got some advice from me and go, well, Tom, have you considered this for this? More than happy to listen to the community. It's going to be a group effort to get these boys back up the divisions, right? This Newport game is going to be fascinating because we've struggled against the teams down towards the bottom more. Marcel's training report. The squad's general character has a positive effect, but their less desirable characteristics had an effect. That explains why he's playing badly, I think. And he's actually not that good, Marcel. I mean, he's worth so much money, but I don't think he's that good. Popov's been so much better than him. In fact, I might even compare them quickly, actually. Oh, and that's the point. Tony Knockhart can come back in and start this game now, can't he? So we can get him back going. So let's have a quick look at this. Popov, comparison with Marcel. Yeah, see, Marcel is head and shoulders technically better, right? But Popov just performs better. I mean, in real life, he's out on loan, isn't he, somewhere? Oh, I don't think he is this year. He was last year. But there we go. Training week. Knockhart again, performing badly. I'm very disappointed. I feel like you've criticised my levels in training a bit too often. Do I back down from Anthony Knockhart? He could be the guy that takes me down in this, you know. Maybe I've made a mistake bringing Tony back. If stands on high in training, they won't be hard. We play matches. We have to get it right. I feel like we can get with this approach most of the time, but the criticism felt unwanted this time round. It's clear we're not going to agree on this. I back down. You've got to pick your battles in life. It's like when you fight with your missus about who's emptying the dishwasher. He's a bit of a girl, this one, isn't he? Well, that's a bad thing. Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, let's get forward now and pick this team more importantly. Right, so Grazic in goal. Right back. I think we're going to change it. Luko's not impressed me. Barra's going to come back in. Vermout's played badly as well, but he can retain it for one more time, and then it's going to be Amati who's going to come in. Left back, Ali. He has been brilliant. Braybrook keeps getting booked, but he's still my first choice. Louis Page. It's a shame about Golding's injury because I would like to give Golding a run out as well. And then we're going to go for Knockhart's not very fit again. He's viewing this as a retirement home for him, isn't he? But so let's run him into injury again for the laugh of it. Why not? And then we'll go for Monger on the left today. Mix it up. And Salic. I mean, Monger's got 5 goals in 9 games, which is pretty good. Bench, Bowser. And then we go for cover, Cartwright. I'm not going to pick a Marty today. I'll get Silko on the bench. I'll get Logan Briggs, even though he's not fully fit as well, but let's get him back involved. Popov and Jake Evans, right? I'm already seeing some players who aren't featuring, like Apoku, so I wonder if they might be the ones we're going to sell in a minute, right? Dressing room. I think we need to show everyone the recent praise is justified. That's what Andy King recommends. That's what I agree with. Defenders. I need strong defence today. I'm going to say we need to dominate the midfield. I'm looking for you to give us an edge up top. Right. I'm telling him I expect to win, something I said I wasn't going to do. But I think we're at that point now. I think for some reason, me putting an arm around them, they're viewing it as a little bit disingenuous now already. So Anthony Knockout back in today. Let's see if his ego's worth it. I could be treating him like Warnock and Trapped here. I don't mind stroking his ego as long as he goes out and bangs in 2 goals a game. As long as he gets me promoted, as long as he leads it in that way, that's fine. We'll do it. Newport County. I said this year in the FA Cup, if I want a 3rd round draw, I want Newport County. Don't get me wrong, we'd lose because, we're Leicester right now. We just find a way to lose that game. We lost them before in the FA Cup. But I want to see Christian Fuchs. That'd be amazing. Not to mention, it'd be quite amusing to see the Leicester fans cheer for Christian Fuchs more than their own players right now. That would be amazing. Just going to quickly cough. I've done a lot of speaking today. Honestly, Chris knows this. Your voice gets a little bit dry. I've got some lubricant in the version Beginner Zero, but it's running low. But we only got one more game after this, and then we'll call it for tonight's stream. We'll be back next week with the big games coming up. Salic is in here, and it's 1-0 Leicester. 3rd goal of the season. That's his 3rd goal in 4 games now. Brilliant. That's what we need to see. The only downside of playing Salic is I'm not progressing another young player, but we'll play a younger player against Tottenham under 21s. In the FA Cup, we'll probably feature these sort of players. Good stuff there. 3 players around him. Use his physicality. Took the ball down nicely and put it into the back of the net. Unfortunately, he's not out of contract at the end of the season, so I'm not going to be able to nick him on a free transfer. However, I might be able to buy him, but I can really... I was saying, if we get promoted to League One, you probably can spend £1 million in League One nowadays, can't you? I mean, look at Birmingham. What they spend, like 15 million quid last year in League One? I kind of want it to be realistic. I don't want to be doing things that are just crazy, right? Lloyd plays it back now over the halfway line. Here comes Newport, up to Warner, up to Cotterill, Shepherd, inside of Baker, Richards, and Grazak's done really well there. The one-on-one stat has really helped us on that one. Gonna be a corner though. Oh, we might have a graphical glitch. Don't do it. Don't do it. You naughty computer. We were doing so well. That is horrible. Sorry, guys. Let's quickly switch it to 2D for a minute. Just let it sort itself out. Garner now. I'll update my graphic drivers for the next episode. I hope that helps. It's because I'm not playing it full screen. Going to be a counter-attack on for Leicester now. Right, is he going to let me go back to this? Doesn't look encouraging, does it? Director and sideline. Let's go to TV. Oh, be nice. Oh, my God. Hopefully it will sort itself out. I do apologise for that, guys. That is not good. There's me moaning about the new Football Manager having graphical glitches and problems, right? And then this one's doing exactly the same to me. Still 1-0 Leicester. That's the most important thing on 30 minutes. I'll do some Googling before next week. We will get this problem resolved. I don't mind playing in the 2D. I mean, the 2D is classic Championship Manager, isn't it? It's going to do it again, guys. I could see it cracking there, look. Right, we're going to go 2D. Oh, that's way too zoomed in. We'll go 2D. Why not? See the little dots running around. Look, this will be fun. There we go. Corner coming in now. Going to be thrown. Sorry, it wasn't a corner. It's a throw in. This is obviously the goal we're attacking here. They've played it out long. Vermoot's picked it up to Braybook, who comes forward to Page. It's fun seeing a lot. Salic is in. Blocked. Monga 2-0. If anyone prefers the little fancy dots, let me know. I think the little dots are quite cool, actually. Oh, now we've got the replay, which is going to do the crazy stuff. Skip. Oh, no, we can just about see it, probably. Salic, we got away with it. Monga. What a finish from Monga there. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. 2-0. Could put us top of the league. Results go in our favour here as well, which would be really good. Gets us to half-time. 2-0 up. I'm going to say you're doing brilliantly. Keep it going. Famous last words. You give them too much rope, they might end up taking a mile with it, right? And we could end up biting us, but we will see how this gets on. How are we looking to change it back here? Looks okay. Right. Wrong one. TV. Right, we'll try this again. Vermoot plays it forward to Alves. Alves running here. He really links up all our play, doesn't he? Knockout here down to Braybook. Down to Page. Come on, Louis Page. Oh, over the top of the crossbar. Unfortunately, Louis Page's finishing isn't his strong point in this, is it? which is unfortunate. But we'll still take the 2-0. Right, let's get to make some changes now a minute here. Is it time for me to change to the backup formation, guys? Do you know what? Let's do it. What's the worst that can happen? This could be problems. I'm basically saying pass it around the back and we could get in trouble. But, just to save some legs, just to make sure no one gets injured. Right. I'll leave Monger on. I think he's young enough. Who should I bring on here? Jake Evans? Let's get Knockout off for Jake Evans because I've got a funny feeling Tony might break a toenail falling over. He's that sort of player, isn't he? Ali's also looking to me like he could get hurt as well, but I have not got a left back on the bench because I'm going full Marty Cifuentes. I could play Luke Thomas actually at wing back. What's the worst that can happen? Right, let's do it. So Silko Thomas is playing left back, guys. I'm literally the best Leicester manager in the world, right? This can only end one way really badly. But this should hopefully help us save some legs. And with the midweek games, we've got a lot of games coming up. I want to try and keep these players as fit as possible, right? Minutes are ticking by here. Going to be a highlight now to Newport. No, Shepherd here comes inside, plays it off to Richardson, and it is 2-1. Imagine if we throw this away. We're learning on the job. I'm still a young manager. Andy King's still a young manager. Assistant manager. In the back of the net, 2-1. Right. Shout. Focus. That'll upset them. They don't like being told to focus. It's like when you're at school and telling the kid at the back of the class to focus, isn't it? Ball play forward. I've told them not to play long. That's really annoying because now we're just giving it away. Monga hopefully can win it back up here, but Newport have widened their game. We've narrowed ours. So this could be an interesting last 5 minutes. A ball play forward. Grasik's going to pick that up really nicely there. Good job. Good job. Well noticed, my friend. Well noticed. Kicks it long now. Salech has got physicality, luckily, but he didn't do very well there. He kind of used his back to try and knock the ball down rather than his head. Very weak phase of him. Plays it forward. Reindorf's in. Oh, my God. It's going to be 2-2, and it is. Right, let's change that formation back. Jesus, this is a disaster. I've thrown it away, ladies and gentlemen. I have. To be fair, I left Will Alves as a defensive midfielder, which probably wasn't a good idea either, was it? But there we go. To be fair, it's more for fun, isn't it? We're not taking it too seriously. I know Chris is. He'll be annoyed. Terrible. Terrible management for myself there. 2-2. Right, encourage. Can we nick a winner? That'll be so Leicester. Back-to-back 2-2 draws this will be, guys. It is back-to-back 2-2 draws, and that's entirely on the manager. I should have left the formation as it is. Right. I'm embarrassed. That was woeful. We should be doing better. But the main thing is, we've tried that tonight. I think we've learned a lesson. We're only 3 points off the top, which is fine. One more game, which will be this one against Tottenham. And we'll have to rotate for this with the youngsters, and then we'll come back. And next time, I will have a different backup tactic. I'm going to bail on that. We are 7 unbeaten. It's not the end of the world. Unless, obviously, I don't get promoted by 2 points, in which case that game was the one where I completely ruined it for the team themselves. But I think that's what we're going to do next episode. We'll come back in and we will get rid of this. And we'll change it into something with 2 up top to give us another option against these teams that like to park the bus, right? I think that'll be better. Now, anyway, let's get to this Tottenham game to finish off tonight, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. Really appreciate you guys being here. Got good viewers in there tonight. Really good stuff. Thank you very much. And obviously, if you're watching back on demand, feel free to leave a comment for me and I'll get back to you on the next episode. At the start of the episode, we'll go through a few. Normally, Gray does that. Thank you very much, Gray. Right. Board expectation is for us to beat Tottenham under 21s. I'm going to be intrigued to see who's playing for them because they could obviously put in some other players as well. If we win this, we should qualify from our group and get to the knockout rounds. So I will go strong in goal. I think that's wise. I won't rotate goalkeepers for this one. We'll go for a Luco. We'll go for a Marty. And we'll go for Cartwright. Lindsay's going away again. I wanted to play him in this game. He's going away. I wonder if I'll go for the Canadian chap we got in the under-21s. Yeah, Will Daniels, he can come in. Going to use some under-21 players as well here because I think there's a few here I want to see some more of as well. Lorenz Hutchinson can come on the bench. Do I start Riley Carr? No, I won't. Jaden Joseph's out on loan at Tranmere. He obviously didn't feature against us. Right. So Marcel can play this game because he's been terrible. So you're now back up. Josh King can start this one up top. Jake Evans can come on the right there, look. Attacking mid-centre's got to be Logan Briggs after he scored last time out. I'll give a bench place to a Poku. I'm doing this quite a chaotic way, aren't I? Just randomly clicking stuff. Silgo Thomas on the bench. Right, central midfield here. Brandon Cover as the ball winner. Do I go for Page again? I mean, Page seems to be able to take all the minutes, doesn't he? Yeah, I mean, he seems fine. We'll go for Louis Page again. He seems to be able to have the legs to get through this, and I do probably need another option for who's on my bench. I need another defensive option, don't I? I'll go with Braybrook. Right, last game of the night, guys. Let's get to it. Tottenham of the 21s. Let's see what team they put out. I'm going to be fascinated by this. Anthony Knockout's upset he's not playing. Well, fair enough. So, anyone we recognise here? No, Dane Scarlett. Okay, I recognise Dane Scarlett. He's pretty decent. I'm not sure where he is in real life. He might be... He's somewhere. And don't forget, they had Troy Parrott, who's done quite well for Republic of Ireland recently, hasn't he? So they have got some pedigree. They just don't seem to like to play a lot, these young strikers they got at Tottenham. So probably about 5 people in the King Power for this one tonight. Looks like it, doesn't it? Hopefully the graphics will hold up, but that will be fixed before the next episode, guys. I will work out a way to resolve that. Early chance for Leicester by the looks of it. Briggs is going to pick it up here. He's going to come inside and curl a shot away. Gunter, the goalkeeper there, was keeping an eye on it, but it has flown past the far corner there. Early warning shot from the Foxes to the Spurs. Unfortunately, my nephew supports Spurs. I'm doing subliminal things like leaving Fox toys around. I'm going to fix it, don't you worry. We'll get him back on the right side of things. Every time you ask me how Leicester do, I have to lie and put on a highlight from 3 years ago. We won the Premier League last week. He doesn't know any different. He's, 3? Right. Aluka coming down the right-hand side now. Ball across. Oh, my word. Imagine if that had gone in the back of the net. If anyone saw Sorba Thomas's goal like the weekend for Stoke, he went for a cross, ended up going in the top corner. That's about the 3rd time he's done it this season. It's just incredible. Tottenham now going to pick up the ball for the first time. Lucky their passing is worse than ours. Evans in towards Briggs, who comes in. Unfortunately, 2 players on him. But we're going to pick it up with Page. Oh, Louis Page. He's had 2 or 3 chances from that box-to-box roll, and he's not found the back of the net, has he? It's a shame, but hopefully the more chances he gets, the better it will be. Briggs is doing really well in his attacking mid-position here, and he's going to strike one from distance. Good effort. Unfortunately, that one goes over the top. Tell you what, though, I think you could say so far, our under-21s at Leicester are better than Tottenham's, and I think in real life there might be an argument for that. I mean, if we were playing Tottenham at home in the FA Cup, we'd probably beat them right now. I mean, last year we beat Tottenham at home, didn't we? I mean, God, Tottenham. Anyway, Scarlett picks the ball up now and plays it back. James coming down the flank here. Comes inside, plays it off to Russell Denny, who's named after an American diner. Oh, and James is at the bar then. I probably shouldn't say that so loud. Their manager on the touchline would have heard that and passed it on to their boys. He's mugging you off, lad. You better go and score a goal there. Anyway, it stays at 0-0, which is good. Our XG is still pretty good. Marcel's going to have opportunities now. Marcel needs a game here for me. King's picked it up, our lone striker. Marcel, and Marty's first goal for Leicester. And it's not the Amati we used to know. It's the Amati we're getting to know. Bobby Amati at the back post. Good stuff. King picks the ball up here. Down to Marcel. Deflects around. Marty wasn't even looking. It just sort of came to like, I'll just hit this off the near post and in. We'll take that. 1-0 to Leicester. This will give us 2 wins in this competition. The interesting thing about this isn't a priority, the Bristol Street Rovers Trophy, as I call it. The Bristol Street Rovers Trophy, but if we could win it as a League 2 team against League 1 teams, that would be quite a good indication for us where this team is ready for next season. I'm going to talk about it. This team's got to be in League 1 next season. So I'm going to talk about it like we want to see how this team does against League 1 opposition already, because it gives me, it's 1-1 saying that. Dane Scarlett. I kind of manifest the worst things in my mouth sometimes, don't I? But anyway, in the back of the net, and it was the man I feared, it was Scarlett. Good stuff here from them. I'm not watching that with replay, they can bugger off. That's jumped their XG up. But yeah, I mean, I want to see how we get on. I mean, I can't wait for the FA Cup in this save as well, because I'd love to see how we get on against like a championship team, and we'd probably have to devise a new formation for it. Think ahead. Evans now on the right-hand side. Plays it off to Aluko, linking up well. There's Marcel at the back post off the crossbar. Dangerous stuff. Good stuff for Marcel to get a header on that. That's a bit more like it. We need to see more of that from him going forward. Briggs picks this up down to Evans. Evans in. King's waiting. Good save from Gunter. Second opportunity at the cherry there. And King's at the post and put it out for a goal kick. Josh King's looking up for this tonight, isn't he? He's the one I started the season with up top, but unfortunately didn't quite find the back of the net. His finishing's 13 out of 20. He's half decent. Scarlett on the counter-attack now. Utto is what I meant to say. Cover there doesn't do very well at covering the ball, does he? Here comes Williams Barnett. Aluko's brought him down. Oh, Aluko. This game's quite realistic to real life, isn't it? Penalty now to Tottenham. Looks like after all my celebrations and mugging them off, they are going to take a 2-1 lead. It's how do you say that? Querfeld? Querfeld. I better not say that. It's Querfeld. It isn't what I said before. You know, nothing wrong with Fields. Yeah, I'm getting myself into trouble there, aren't I? Anyway, 2-1 to Tottenham. Right, get this to half time. It's been a very even game despite that. Very even despite that. Going to be played by Marcel. Can this be a 2-2 before half time? We've had this before this season. Evans plays it in. Aluko trying to make up for the penalty opportunity he gave away. Unfortunately, heads it over the crossbar. I like that about Aluko. The only problem is he couldn't hit a cow's arse with a banjo, but he gets himself in the right positions a lot. King down to Cartwright. Plays it for a good ball to Marcel. He was onside as well. Good vision there from Cartwright. Good passing. Marcel! Second goal of the season. That's a bit more like it. I was going to say, that's the way. We like it. Is he finally finding the level of performance we need from him? Literally, I'd written him off. He probably knows about it. He's probably talking about me behind my back right now, that guy. But he's come out firing. And what a performance. He had a great header off the bar as well. Really looking like he's up for this. Right. Let's say, keep going. We can win this. We work hard as a team. I need you to change the game for us, lads. You have the ability to make the difference in midfield and up top. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to have a look at maybe some changes in a minute here. Come on. What a boxing match of a game this has been. Both teams, and actually all the goals are in pretty good quality as well. Briggs and Aluko now. Evans. Aluko's everywhere, isn't he? Evans coming across. King, first goal of the season. Josh King, 3-2 to Leicester. I tell you what, the 5 people who turned up at the King Power tonight are enjoying a fascinating game of football here, aren't they? Good stuff from Evans. I think Evans has played well as well, getting into the spaces. His positioning's been very good. And King there against the defender to win that and get it in the back of the net. Great stuff. 3-2. Half an hour to go here. We're not going back to the other formation ever again. I'm going to Claudio Ranieri my way out of this in the next episode. We'll choose another one. The way this is going, we're going to have a different second formation every episode until I get the sack. No, I'm joking. Let's not manifest that. Evans comes inside again, and it's Marcel again. He's on a hat-trick. I mean, he's missed a penalty this season, thinking he's a kicker in the NFL, but that's a great finish in the back post. Leicester 4, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Come on, isn't it nice to put... I know it's the under-21s, but it's nice to put 4 past Spurs here, isn't it? Superb stuff. Good stuff for Marcel there to get free. Just using that pace. This is what we got to do. Got to focus on using that pace to get ourselves into the right place. And that's exactly what happened. Marcel in towards the back post. And Marty, if he got that, that would have been his second. And that would be him on a hat-trick as well in this one. Right, let's have a look at some changes here. I've been impressed with Bobby Amati in this game. I think he's working himself into a starting place, especially when our Brazilian Vermout's not played well so far. Will Daniels has done well at left back, but he's not looking particularly fit. Let's get Silko Thomas on for that left back position again, because we're not going to learn from our mistakes from last time. Jake Evans is on a 10. Does that mean he's assisted every goal? You never see a 10 on Football Manager. Is he pushing Knockout out of the team for the next game? You have to see the next episode to find out, guys. Interesting to see who's stepping up now, isn't it? Louis Page can come off and be rested for the Onayeni, because he will need to play next time as well. And I think we'll leave it at that for the minute here. I think the last change will probably be the Renz Hutchinson coming on. Still, Leicester 4, Tottenham 2. Brilliant stuff here. 15 minutes to go. Come on, let's get some more here. I want to encourage them. I want to get like 6 past this slot. Come on. Come on, let's win like 7-2. Oh, don't tick past the highlights. I want to see more goals. Not for them, for us, obviously. Cartwright now. We're going to play out from the back. except we're not going to do it like Leicester in real life for this season. We're going to do it properly. Oh, I told a lie there. No, Evans is going to pick it up. Or it's fine. We're okay. Don't worry. Disaster averted. I knew what I was talking about. Briggs doubles up with Evans really well. Evans coming again down this side. Is he going to get a goal? What a goal! He deserved that after his performance today, didn't he? Evans has been outstanding. He's been man of the match. He's assisted every goal pretty much. And then he comes inside and unleashes a rocket into that far corner. Look at the top corner. Gunter, wow, made him look utterly brilliant. Ignore the Twitch comment we got there. Best viewers. No, not at all. Not at all. You're full of lies, my friend. We will find a way to delete you at some point. 5 minutes of added time. Aluko plays one forward now. Byfield there's going to clear it. We could get 6 here. We want 6. That's what the 5 people in the crowd are chanting. We want 6. Cartwright forward. It's not going to come to anyone, is it? We can still press them high-low. Adderwall down to Querfeld. I said it right that time. Thank God for that. And Oniyeni, look at that for commitment. He wants a place in this team. Evans has got a strike on him. Plays it to Oniyeni, who's trying to get his first Leicester goal as well. I'm liking the competition in this. We're going to be ending the episode tonight on a good note, guys. It is going to be full-time. Leicester City 5, Tottenham under-21s 2. Booyaka Shah. That used to be a word in the 90s. Brilliant stuff. Nice work, everyone. Brilliant stuff. Confident win. Puts us and Swindon in dominant position here. That means we should have qualified. We've only got to play Swindon now. I think that means we're going to be in the second round of this. Let's quickly check. Yep, we've qualified for the second round. Could we win a trophy this year? Could we do the double? We're not going to win the FA Cup. Could we do the treble? No, we're not going to win the FA Cup, are we? I was asking too much. More importantly, let's finish off with what we got coming up next time and the league table. So we're into the second round of that. Today's been interesting. Like, we've unbeaten the entire episode. We've drawn 3 games and we won 3 games. So still pretty mid. I still got to, get better. But we'll come back next time with Salford, Colchester, Barnet, who are second. That's the big one for us. They're looking to fund us team this year. And we will have an FA Cup first round game, which will be fascinating. So there we go. Let's look at the league table one more time. It'll finish off, guys. I'll take that. We're in the top 3. 1 point at Chesterfield. Only lost the 1 game. We scored 19 goals. Only conceded 8. That must be the joint lowest in the league, which is good because we obviously signed a goalkeeper. So, yeah, MK Dons are scoring a lot of goals though, aren't they? Yeah. Barnet. Yeah. So there's still a lot of room in this. It's fascinating because it's not as if we're running away with this, is it, guys? But anyway, this has been a really long episode. Thank you very much for popping along tonight. If you would like to hit the like button and tell your friends and all that jazz, we'd all really appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow night with the Championship Extra Review show with Chris at 9 p.m. We go through all the Championship games. Chris has also got other shows on the channel tomorrow night. He's got the match review, I believe, with Steve Elm and it should be Brad. I'm not 100%. I haven't quite checked the listing, but please come and check on more shows as well. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. We want to get to 5,000 before the end of the year if we can. And once again, guys, really appreciate seeing you around here for this real fun journey of trying to take Leicester's Academy from League 2 back up to the Premier League. Right. Anyway, we will see you next time. Cheers.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network.
TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.